we've got to go back to our roots in the sense that now that we've seen people within the space grow, we've also seen the flash around and the shine around it increase, right? Which has started incentivizing people to do it for the wrong reasons. Fundamentally, at the end of the day, DevRel is about supporting people, right? I think I do say we need to be selfish in terms of what we do, but to some extent, we've forgotten selflessness in the process, at least a lot of people, and so I think that's something that needs to come back for the larger community at least. We need to go back to our roots where prioritizing the developers is more important than just what platform, what stage, what shine we get out of it.
Be unapologetically yourself. Like, that's the one advice, especially if you're dabbling in DevRel or community. You lend so much of yourself to this role. Just be unapologetically yourself. You'll always find growth.
So DevRel is not just a job to me, it's a passion, and it really hurts to see that this is a role as a general. It has a lot of impact, and it's been growing in all around the world, especially in US, even in Europe, but India has so much passion and so much capability or capacity to grow in this role, but it's not growing because it's a niche. So my vision is to let people know about this role and how they can, join this role, and not just not just awareness, but also I see that there has been a growth in startups or in dev tools, and that is where there's huge demand, and there's also a big gap of demand and supply gap. Basically, there's a huge demand of DevRel growing in India, and there's a huge gap of actual DevRel professionals. So I wanted to create awareness, have this conference, let people know what DevRel is.
I think might be a little controversial, but then there's a reason why there's a developer in developer relations, and I think a lot of misconceptions there that people want to join DevRel cannot be DevRel sort of. So I feel you need to be a developer to get into DevRel because that's where your expertise lies in. That's where your community you'll be helping the community, and you'll be helping your own self as well.
Oh, so yeah, this is my second DevRelCon that I'm attending. I attended DevRelCon Yokohama last year, and yes, I've always been intrigued by the kind of people I find here, by the kind of connections I make here. So I'm speaking here on navigating DevRel with the game developers playbook because I'm a game.
DevRel for me is building a community, creating a very quality content, and then building a very genuine and sustainable relationship with your developers and users.
Yeah, SIBO is a sponsor for the event, and I just finished my talk measuring business impact in DevRel, and I'm here to network with people because it's the first time DevRelCon is happening in India, so I wanted to be a part, and met a lot of nice people, a lot of nice talks. Happy to be here.
While there are a lot of people who want developer relations as a career in their early stage of life, I think you only become a little better as you grow older. And another hot take is that if you're an early professional, chances are that companies will use you as your role will be very diluted at a lot of startups. Find mentors within your company, outside your company, to make sure you give structure to your role.
It's been wonderful. I've met so many new people, including Akansha, and it's really good, like a cool conference. This is the first one of its kind I've seen.
For me, DevRel is code, community and content.
Well, DevRelCon has always been special. I remember being part of DevRelCon through virtual editions. I think this is my 5th DevRelCon as a speaker, and I'm already enjoying the vibe. And not to forget, DevRelCon is happening in India for the first time in Bengaluru, right? So yeah, it's always amazing to connect with like-minded people coming from different DevRel backgrounds, because DevRel is a huge world coming from content, marketing, programs, advocacy, and so much more. So yeah, have been enjoying the talks, networking with a lot of peaks, have been meeting for some of them for the first time, but overall enjoying. And I had a good time interacting in my panel and my talks as well. So wonderful event.
DevRel for me is long-term relationships. Thinking long-term, or you should also say thinking in a broader spectrum, is more important for a long run, either for a company or you as a professional.
DevRel is code, community and strategy.
I think DevRel, a lot of times people say that DevRel is not related to sales, but I certainly feel that if you are part of a sales-led organization, then DevRel is a key impact contributed to sales.
Developer relations are the multitaskers for the developer ecosystem, and they can like do just anything out there, whatever is assigned to them.
I think it has trended a lot is this phrase. You might have heard this phrase called developers hate marketing, right? What I generally think is developers don't actually hate marketing. Developers are indifferent to bad marketing. If the marketing is done right, developers will look at it like an educational experience.
It has been amazing actually. Like this is my first DevRelCon. I was volunteer, I was speaker, so I've never been in any DevRel event till now, and this is the only place where I can find most of them are DevRels, a DevRel community inside of DevRel. So yeah, it was really nice.
Code, content, and empathy.